bestseller movement was first launched in 1889 in the newspaper The Kansas Times and Star. To this day, whichever bookstore we visit, these books are the first to greet us. A glitzy assortment of equal works lined up in the corner. It makes you think, if so many people bought it, it must not be so bad. Since religious books are usually also offered for free, they will not be included in this category. Our focus is on the ones that are widely sold. I felt relieved when I looked at the top 100 and saw that this one is not there, but then I saw that this one is either out of the list. I lost my hope for the world a bit. Anyway, I noticed that we like stories. Most of the books in the top 100 of the bestseller list are in the fantasy genre. Of course, this list changes over time. Some books may give up their place to others. I want to talk about a book that was once on this list in a hurry and stayed here for a while but never existed. Libertine. It is written by a writer who never existed as well, Frederick R. Ewing. Yes, this book didn't even exist as much as the Hanging Gardens of Babylon, which was probably nothing more than a poetic creation. Only someone who was very, very bored could do such a thing, and that's what happened. Gene Shepard, a late-night radio host, felt the need to commiserate with his audience on the broadcast. He was so fed up with pseudo-intellectuals who claimed to eat books and drink opera that he came up with a mischievous plan. He asked his listeners to go from bookstore to bookstore and ask for Frederick R. Ewing's Libertine. He even made up some fabrications about its contents so that the existence of this completely absurd book would not be questioned. This book is the first part of a trilogy written by an alumnus of Oxford who participated in the Second World War. The next day, some of the listeners must have done as they were being asked. Booksellers have started phoning publishers to find this book. Imagine, not just one person asked for it. In a day, this book is being requested by several customers. Some bookstores even outright lied and said they were out of stock. There was no one left in New York who hasn't heard of this book, although no one saw it. Rumors also reached the New York Times, and Libertine was featured as one of bestseller books on the Sunday edition. From that point on, many intellectuals started to talk among themselves about having read this book and whether they liked it or not. One columnist went so far astray as to describe the conversations he had with his author friend Freddie and his wife Marjorie. When the gossip and criticism became unstoppable, the book's fame spread beyond New York to the bestseller lists of reputable publishing houses around the world. A sane journalist, focusing on why this book could not be found, followed the breadcrumbs to Gene Shepard, who invented it, and asked him to write it under the pseudonym Frederick R. Ewing. And after Shepard accepted it and wrote it, the book really became and stayed as a bestseller. So if anyone wants to buy this book and read it, literally a dream came true. Don't forget to hit the like button if you like the video, subscribe, and come back again to get your daily dose of science and art. And relax a bit. Take care of yourselves.